Hi, my name is Dan Walters from Juno Innovations, and today I will be demonstrating just how easy it is to install Orion with our one-click installer process. In this example, I will be on a Debian 13 Trixie node. Now, before we begin, I will need to go over some of our prerequisites, and don't worry, it's not a lot. Here is our IP address. It's 192.168.70.29, and here we have a DNS record pointing to this node. You can spoof this if you need to with the host file. That's not a problem. Once we have that, we'll need to gather our one-click installer command. You can find this on our website at juno-innovations.com. Simply scroll down and copy the curl command below. It is also available via our documentation, which we'll have linked below this video for you. Once we have that, simply paste the command into the terminal. This will provide an easy-to-follow install wizard. The first field will be for our hostname, which Juno will automatically detect. If it's unable to do this, for example, say you are using your host file, that's fine, you can manually type the host name here. Next, you'll be asked to provide some information for your first admin user. We will use these credentials to log in with our basic auth provider. Now, for production purposes, we do recommend updating this to a more secure provider, which can be done after install. However, we'll save that for another video. We'll start by providing an email address for our first user. Now, for our purposes, I'll just use test@gmail.com. After that, we'll provide a temporary password, and then we'll need to confirm it. This email and password combination is what we will use to actually log into Orion. Next, we will provide a username and a UID. For the UID, this will be used for POSIX in case you are doing any sort of file system mounting. After that, we will be asked to review and confirm the information we provided for our user is accurate before we move on to the next steps. Once confirmed, we'll be asked if this is going to be an offline installation, meaning this is an air-gapped install. For our purposes, we're going to do the online installation. Next, it's going to ask you to choose a deployment target. Now, we do support installing to an existing cluster. However, for this example, we're going to do the On-Prem K3s install. Once the download completes, you'll be asked if you'd like to save your images into a different directory. By default, it will stand in the same location as the standard K3s installation. Or if you like, you can adjust this, for example, if you have small root disks and are running on enterprise servers. For our purposes in this example, we are going to leave this as a default. And then finally, we'll be asked to run the installer as sudo. We'll simply type yes, and at this point, the installer will begin. Now, while that's installing, please feel free to review our website at junoinnovations.com, as well as our documentation to familiarize yourself with our product and all the things Orion has to offer. If you do have any questions, you can find contact forms on our website for both our sales and support teams as well. Now that the installation is complete, we can open a browser and navigate to our URL. In our example, I'm using snap.hatfieldeffects.com, which I already have pre-opened here. I can now pass in our email we defined earlier, test@gmail.com, and put in the password we provided. And now I'm ready to start using Juno Orion. I want to thank you for joining me. This has been a brief overview going over how to use the one-click installer to install an online on-prem K3s setup for Orion. And on behalf of Juno Innovations, I want to thank you for choosing Orion, and I hope you enjoy using it as much as we do.